What's up, YouTube? This is Buckshot33, aka Boston Chris, and I am back with a brand new video. This one actually got delayed a little bit just because of some work that had to be done down where I usually shoot my videos, which is down in my basement. We had a little bit of problem with a water heater that we went ahead and got it replaced on Friday. Yesterday was kind of busy for me, so I didn't have enough time to get in here and do the video, but it's okay because I'm here now, I'm making the video, and I actually got a couple extra things that I didn't have on Friday to show off. So, without any further ado, it is Sunday. We are about 15 minutes away from the premiere of Game of Thrones, so I'm super excited for that. I did want to say one thing before I get into the books and everything like that. So, earlier today, I want to say, might have been earlier this afternoon. I'm not exactly sure. I remember seeing the headline flash over, but unfortunately, George Romero, who was instrumental in just and innovative in the whole zombie film genre, died today at age 77. So it is kind of sad. Without him, I mean, you can list all the, just put it this way, just about all zombie shows, the way you see zombies, the way, zombie shows, zombie movies, things like that, probably wouldn't exist in the form that they do now. They probably wouldn't be as popular as they are now because of what he did in his innovations. He really took it to another level, and he was a really, really active and great director. The guy took chances and did things that, a lot of other directors wouldn't do, and, he was just a really, really awesome guy. And he even crossed over into video games because I want to say it was maybe it was like 3 or 4 games ago for the zombies for Call of Duty. He actually featured a whole story based on, or the zombie mode was based on stuff that he had written and stuff that he had done for the game. So, I mean, he was just a complete innovator, completely embraced and honored by many different formats, from comics to video games, to movie tributes, to movies that have been made in tribute of his movies. Incredibly talented guy, incredibly awesome guy. We really lost one of the best creative minds, I think, as far as movies are concerned, as far as directing is concerned. It's a very big loss. So, rest in peace, George. Thank you for everything you've done. You're definitely going to be missed. So, to kind of, move on from that sad note, just wanted to, let everybody know Game of Thrones coming up soon. Extremely excited for that one. I think it's going to be a really crazy season. It's going to be a short season, but I think they're going to get right down to action and show us some really, really cool stuff. I'll be watching with you guys, so, we'll be discussing it and everything like that. But, on to the comics. Alright, so, first up, we have a book that I took a chance on, and I haven't read it yet, but I hope that it ends up turning out good. That is Spider-Man 2. The reason that I took a chance on this one is because it's written by Brian Michael Bendis, who does really, really good work. He's a very good writer. But basically, I guess the premise of this whole thing is, who is the other Miles? So we have the original Miles from the Ultimate Universe, and then we have this Miles who's in the Marvel Universe. They both exist in the Marvel Universe, but, I guess this other Miles, people aren't so sure what's going on with him. Kind of sounds like the Clone Conspiracy. Hopefully it's done a little bit better. You never know, but, I'm in for issue number 1 just to check it out. Next up, we have a DC Rebirth title that I love. That is Flash number 26. Really awesome cover for this one. Definitely, this is just the cover A, wasn't it? The cover B was pretty good too, but I really like the cover A. Really solid story. It's been, a great Rebirth title along with Batman and also Green Lanterns. Those are the 3 that I pick up, on a regular basis that I really, really like. Flash has been great. If you haven't checked it out, you definitely need to go back and check it out. Really, really good story. Next, we have Darth Vader, issue number 3. This is volume 2. It's funny that this became the big, that Darth Vader became, I guess, like I don't know if it's the best-selling of all the Star Wars titles. The new Star Wars that came out, 2015. But it's definitely up there. If it's not number 1, it's got to be number 2 behind the actual main title. really, really awesome stories that they had in the last series, the last one. And then this one started out really good too. The reason I say it's kind of funny is just because, I mean, I would assume that, you know, for the most part, you're seeing, I mean, you're seeing stuff that kind of either took place, you know, in between prequels, in between movies and stuff like that. Because it can't, I don't think it's just going to be that straight gap between Revenge of the Sith and Rogue One, because now that Rogue One fills in another slot of that history, you know, you kind of have a limited amount of time that you can kind of display Vader and have him out there. But, you know, they've done a really good job with these books, and, you know, really, really excited for them. So, Darth Vader is a great series. Really fun. They're only up to issue number 3 on volume 2, so if you've missed the first 2, go back and get them. You have plenty of time. Next up, another really awesome and solid title for Marvel. This is Old Man Logan number 26. I like this cover a lot, with Maestro standing over, looks like knocked out Wolverine, or knocked out Old Man Logan. I haven't had a chance to read this one yet, but you know, really cool story so far. They've done really well with it since they started it. So definitely, you know, a great book to have, or a great title to be reading. Yeah, definitely check it out. Next, we have Amazing Spider-Man number 30. This is actually another really good title that Marvel is putting out. I know there's a lot of titles. I should say it like this. Marvel put out a lot of titles that were kind of trendy versus good. And this is, I think, one of the better titles that came out. Not quite, you know, it's not the most solid book. I mean, I think the stories are a little bit more solid than this, but it's been very good all throughout. So, actually, I shouldn't say it like that. It's been very good. It might not be the best title they're putting out, but it's definitely up there. Definitely a good one to read. Alex Ross cover art. You can't go wrong with that. So definitely a title, you know, worth checking out if you haven't, you know, looked into it. Next, we have Kill or Be Killed number 10. This is from Image, written by Ed Brubaker. Really, really good writer. I like the art in this. What initially drew me to this story was the art and the fact that, you know, Ed was writing it. Really, really awesome story. Really, you know, well done. This is basically been collected into 2 trades. The next trade is coming out, I think, next week. So this upcoming Comic Book Wednesday, it should be out. And then the first 5 are in the first trade, and then 6 through 10 will be in the last. So definitely good books. Definitely some fun reads. I'm gonna have some fun getting into those and reading them and everything. So next up, I was, you know, my wife actually, this happened yesterday. So she had told me that the Disney store in the mall, one of the local malls, was closing, and she wanted to go check it out. So I was like, all right, you know, whatever, check it out. It was more for her because she likes, you know, she's a big Disney fan, so she wanted to go and check and see what they had going on over there. And it turned out they actually had something for me there, which was kind of fun. Just because of the fact that it was on discount and everything like that. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to pick one up. So I went in and I actually got myself an action figure. And it was a Marvel Select action figure of Spider-Man. So this set I ended up getting for 40% off, which is really cool. You know, really awesome figure. I like the way that, you know, the Marvel Selects are really high quality. I think that they're really well done. They give you multiple hands, so like posing and stuff like that. You have the multiple heads. You have, you know, the camera. You have, you know, the mask and everything like that. So overall, really, really cool. Really well done. You know, the hardest part for me is going to be whether or not I open this. For now I won't. The little kid in me wants me to open it so I can, like, you know, just kind of switch the parts up in style and pose them. But I think I'm going to restrain on that for a little bit and figure it out. Like, we'll see. I don't know. But yeah, if there's a Disney store nearby to you that you hear is closing, and you know, you like Marvel Select figures, they don't have a huge selection, but they do have stuff. Like if there's a movie coming out, they'll have those type of characters, and then they have, you know, the popular mainstays, which is basically like the Avengers and stuff over there. So go check it out, because you can, you know, I mean, 40% off is nothing to, you know, nothing to sneeze at, man. It's pretty good amount of money. So definitely check that out. Finally, I'm gonna round this off with a couple of back issues. I always say, or I've been saying for the last, I don't know, couple of months, on the JLS live show on Tuesday Comic Conversation. I always say, you know what, pick up a back issue if you have a light week, if you have some extra money, whatever you want to do, pick up a back issue, fill in those holes, get everything good, that you want to get. So I actually picked up a couple of back issues that I was actually pretty excited to get. One is a series that I actually want to continue to collect and finish, but I was able to find issue number 2, and I think I'll go with that, and that is Sentry number 2. So this is the first miniseries. There's 2 miniseries that were done. This is the Marvel Knights series of the Sentry. This is the first one that came out. I think this came out, I want to say, 2000 or 99. I forget exactly when. But this basically, I guess, is the origin of him, but basically tells his story from back in the Silver Age. So I guess he was around in the Silver Age. But he just kind of went away because he's got some mental issues. He's a really complex character, but a really cool character. So definitely happy to have this. I want to get the rest of the 5 so I can have the whole story, and then, read the whole thing. And then there's finally one last back issue that I picked up, which was actually really, really cool. Got this for a good price, and I was like, you know what? It's definitely a book that I wanted to, go ahead and just, I have it already, but I wanted to upgrade it and get a better copy. And, I saw a good price, so I pulled the trigger. And that is none other than Secret Wars number 8. This is the first appearance of the symbiote suit for Spider-Man. So definitely an awesome, awesome book to have. Really, really cool. It's really awesome shape, really good shape overall. Better shape than what my previous copy. I think my previous copy, it's a raw book, but I think they said it was probably like a 8.5. This, I would probably say, has got to be at least a 9.4. Very, very nice grade. And I'm going to take this with me to Boston Comic Con and see if I can get this signed by Mike Zeck. I have a few other books that I want to get signed by him as well. The Punisher miniseries, the first one. But I'm going to do my best to try to see if I can, get this signed along with those. And we'll see what happens. But, so yeah, that's been my books for this week. Really, really happy about that. Some really cool new books. I got some great stuff to read. And, a couple of good back issues to throw in there. And my action figure on top of all of it. So, kind of a little bit of everything. Really, really happy and excited about that. So, with that, I'm going to get going. I want to thank everybody for watching. Again, this has been Buckshot33, a.k.a. Boston Chris. I'm out. Enjoy Game of Thrones. And don't forget on Tuesday night, 8:30, to check us out on JLS Comics channel for the Tuesday Comic Conversation with myself, Jesse, Edwin, and Justin. We'll be talking about comics and everything that's been going on. Over the weekend, there's been a lot of different news, so tune in. We're going to have a bunch to talk about. I'm going to go because I want to get to see Game of Thrones, so I will just peace out. See you guys later. I'm out.